My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube, the home of the 5 minute or less video. I don't fill you up with a bunch of crap because you don't need it. I just give you the information that you need. The only promotion that I do is simply this. If you need expert representation from former IRS agents who have about 200 years of experience, you'd be home with us. We're a very relational firm. About me, I worked at IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades. I've worked over 10,000 cases. I'm a national expert in IRS resolution matters, and I've been on almost all major television news stations. Today, I want to talk to you about the feared employment tax audits. Let me tell you a little about the employment tax audits. I used to do them at IRS, very familiar with them. Our firm specializes in employment tax audits, so I want to just kind of be real truthful and honest with you about this. You may hear a lot of people scare you or do this and that. There's a lot of blah 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 stuff on YouTube. I listen to some of the other salespeople, and it's kind of nauseating to me. But an employment tax audit is a serious tax audit. I just want to be honest with you because it's money the government never collected. It's withholding and Social Security that somebody's collected or should have collected and hasn't been turned over to the government. So what IRS does is they have built a team of agents in every district, in every group, no matter where you are. There's teams of people that just specialize in employment tax audits. Many people who have businesses don't want to pay the match Social Security. They don't want to pay unemployment. They don't want to pay all these things because at the end of the day, man, you're just trying to survive. And to pay these other costs, you put people on 1099. So what IRS does is IRS targets companies who tend to do this. They kind of know who you are. Many of these come from people who have turned in complaints because they don't have a W-2. They want to pay their tax. There's no withholding. Most of them are real jerks trying to turn you in. But IRS kind of already knows the type of business you're in. So what they do, they check to see if you have a 91 Form 941, 940, W-2, W-3 profile already on your corporation. These could tend to be roofers or plumbers, electricians. They could be any field whatsoever is open for these employment tax audits. You should not represent yourself because these are going to be very costly in the long run. You may have to dispute that these people are subcontractors versus employees. There's an SS8 form that you can use to try to go ahead and help make the determination of what the agent is looking for. But there are common law factors. There's not one factor that determines what IRS is going to do, but a bunch of common law factors. There's a whole forms on these that you fill out, and IRS determines, what you should have been done and who you should have been paying. The problem is IRS may have you file these back 941s with penalties and interest, pay the match Social Security, and now you are in a world of hurt because you're going to owe IRS a boatload of money. So now you have two problems. You have the audit that's going on, and you have the potential debt that's going to go on. And the question is, what planning do you need to do to move forward? Because if IRS sets this liability up, your corporation is looking at a huge debt. So you want to prepare for that. So the first thing generally someone like us or a firm does, they come in, they find out who's doing the audit. You file a power of attorney. You go and have a couple in-depth meetings with the owner and make sure that you can keep this 1099 kind of status and not just bend into the IRS. There's a lot of tax law on this. If you have a very small company and you're pretty certain on everything you did, represent yourself. But if you're not, do not represent yourself. Get someone that knows what we're doing. Like I said, we've done this for years. We can certainly help you. Anyway, if this was helpful to you, please give me a subscription. I try to give you the information you need from the IRS perspective. You're welcome to go. By the way, the description or how to contact me, you'll find right below. But if you go ahead and leave a comment and say, Michael, do a YouTube on this, I'll probably go ahead and do a YouTube, on things. You make me, or you give me my YouTube material. So anyway, if you're getting this, you can contact us, contact your own accountant, tax attorney, whoever you feel confident. But like I said, it is kind of a serious matter. If you get hit with these penalties, it's going to be an ouch. Anyway, have a good one. Nice talking to you. Thank you for listening.